Good morning, number 3. Good morning, number 4. Which good morning did you hear when we went live? We're testing some things out. And it is too loud for us over here. Let me turn this down a little. So loud. You are listening to White Bad Audio, music by Karl Casey. If you have joined us this far. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. We have a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about the Elefante in El Rume. So that's going to be a thing. Um, just know we have the fan going. You might want to turn the fan off. Turn the fan off, yes. Turn the fan off. Yeah, if you have the candle on. So I think, yeah, that fixed it. I don't know if you guys have heard anything. Maybe you did, but our audio there was definitely crapping out. Our internet crapped out there for a second.
It's stinky.
I think everything is back together. And I'm guessing on your end, you probably didn't see or hear anything because this was a disconnection on our end a few minutes ago, and then our microphone was going wonky. So, yeah, there we go. I don't know what that was. We were having some hiccups, and thank you for that text. Yeah, we were having some malfunctions there. But what I was going to put that on there, it's sweaty. Hey babies. I'm hyper today already. I like it. So, every fourth Sunday, we are doing Twisted Sunday School, which is local here at one of the Kava locations, hosted by our friend Jeremy. And we're not going to miss it because it's amazing. So if we know ahead of time we're not going to be able to do a Sunday show, then we're going to upload a short video with a topic the night before that we've done the night before, and we'll upload it in the morning before we do what we got to do. There is some discussion if the individuals at the Sunday School, Twisted Sunday School, are agreeable that we might host on our show that discussion live.
That would be so cool.
So that's something that we're thinking about doing. I don't know how we'll do it logistically and make it really work right. And I don't know if it'll be a live stream or a video. Probably one or the other. I don't know. Our biggest issue is going to be sound.
Jeremy's open to it, but and we don't know the other people. He's not strict. He was very suggested it.
Yeah, he suggested it.
Really cool.
My biggest concern is there are a lot of people that are private, and I don't want people to not talk because there's a camera. So we'll just have to see. If you are local to us, you really should come. That's pointed at a specific person. On Sundays, it is a little early. It's like 9 o'clock on the fourth Sunday, but I'm telling you, that was church. That was real church.
It's only once a month.
That was real church. It was very good.
And if we don't stream it or show the people, I think we'll do with recap with Jeremy after of just us three talking about what was discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which would be fine. But
and I am going to start taking my notebook and take notes too. That was the other thing I wanted to do, just so we can have some topic discussions.
She said, RMIG.
I mean, it's written in a public chat. I'm sure he can say it. Weirdo. So yeah, that's where we are with that. I guess we should go ahead and. I am thinking, and I know this is going to be weird, but I don't know that I want to call the corners today.
Okay.
Do you? If you want to, we will. But this discussion to me is more of a current events podcast.
Yeah.
So it's not, and I do want to talk about death spiritually, but that's going to be like the later half topic. So.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go video this time, I think. And no, I don't want you to do anything.
Oh, what's that? Somebody's putting rain. Afternoon.
Oh, this is a different group I'm in, the Gay Pagan Brotherhood. That's very cool.
Oh. Ma, would you like to be blessed with the hand of Fatima?
So,
someone special gave this to me.
Yeah, today's been weird. I've got to get this stuff. Let's do transitions. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to give you the keyboard since you do type more than I do.
I like to type. I'm feeling called to these cards.
So I'm going to minimize. We're moving things around. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We had, like I said, we had some technical difficulties this morning, so we had to rearrange some things live.
Love these.
Unfortunately, but you know, it happens, and it is what it is. It's no biggie. But we're back to normal. We're back on track. Things are where they need to be, and it's just very slow as I'm getting things over. So that's our plan. Our plan is to do these just videos of us chatting, really, so that we don't have to leave you guys with nothing or skip so many Sundays. And yeah, hopefully we can get everybody to do the Twisted Sunday School live. If not, fine. I completely understand some people don't want it to be on video, and I don't want people to be like, no, no, no. How some people will be like, I know you guys want to do it, so I just won't come.
Yeah.
And they won't say anything. So I just don't want that to be a problem. Because it was such a good conversation. I think it was like 15 people, 20 people almost.
It was really good, and it flowed, and it was organic, and it didn't feel forced, and there weren't silences.
Nobody was angry.
It was angry. It was really cool.
There was somebody who was a flat Earth believer, and nobody was ridiculing. It was nice.
Flat
It was
Earth.
just discussions.
I think
it was
a
very
more
cool.
Christian type lady, younger girl. She was really cool.
Yeah, kind of like a new age, newborn.
Just don't want to read about Mark V's Eastern branch of that Christianity. I bought a book he recommended, Water into Wine or something. I've never read it.
Huh.
He's a good person.
Yeah, I'll look into that too. Yeah, so much to read. Oh, Journey of the Souls. I got to finish that. That's going to be a priority.
It's not like I'm finishing my books already.
I know.
But we need to do as we can.
We'll remind you, it is 2 weeks from today. And then first Sunday or second Sunday, I can't remember, is Bikes and Bulas. And obviously we're going to go to that too. We're not going to upload videos on all of them, but at least one of them. So you'll get 2 live shows and 1 video at minimum a month.
Good morning, Dragon.
So that's our plan.
Oh, I guess I need the mouse so I can put in the chat field.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then you'll have to run the screen. I'll just teach you how. And we'll get an extra keyboard, too, so we can both have one, because you can have them both hooked up. All right. We are running off of a 2015 MSI laptop, if anybody's wondering. I am still shocked it works. And that it does as well as it does, considering, because, yeah, there's that. We have a good topic today. It's an elephant in the room topic. It's a topic that some people have recently lost their jobs over.
Ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous. Although, I mean, I have to say, when it's the other side, I see a lot of people saying the same thing: freedom of expression, freedom of what is the word? Talking, press, freedom of your thing.
Expression, freedom.
What is it though? I cannot come up. This is a sign of dementia, y'all. It's not being funny. I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say in the United States.
Human rights.
What is that right? There's a common phrase that everybody uses.
Second Amendment? No, that's guns.
It's the First Amendment.
First Amendment. Very first one. Right? Let me look it up.
Thank you. Speech. Good Lord have mercy.
And you're violating my rights.
Regardless of... Shut up. Nobody's violating your rights.
No, my sister violated my human rights.
No, she didn't.
And I'm going to talk about it.
Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. And it goes both ways. But we want to talk about that. We want to talk about Charlie Kirk. We're going to talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. We can't not talk about it. I'm glad we didn't really talk about it on Apocrypha last night because I don't think it had a place there. But I want to talk about it.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about leading into death because how I felt and reacted to that has had me reanalyzing my thoughts on death and soulship and all that stuff. Because I didn't apply my belief system when I first heard about it, and now that I've had time to process, I have, and my thoughts are very different.
And you said something I want to talk about yesterday on your show later. I want to bring up too that was really interesting and resonated. So
we're going to talk about that today. If you guys, I want your opinions. I'm going to start off with this. And then we're going to do our normal stuff. I'm going to show some stones I got too. But I am not comfortable with people celebrating the death of anybody. And I'm going to go as far as saying that includes every monster that's ever existed. can we feel comfort that that evil is no longer here? Yes. Can we feel relieved? Well, we can feel however you want. I'm talking about me. I should say I feel. I can feel relieved. I can feel that that human needs to be or could be released, and that's a good thing. But celebrating the death for me feels wrong. And I will go as far as to say, because and people, this is where it's going to be really funny. I'm not going to say that. Let me take that back, because that's comparing two different things, and they're just too different to compare. I am going to say that includes Charlie Kirk for me. I don't feel comfortable if people are celebrating his death, and I'm not talking about just saying, "Look, this evil has been removed because he's caused a lot of harm." I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. I'm not okay with saying, "I am praise God, he's dead." That bothers me.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
That bothers me. Yeah.
Yes, Dragon. I want to talk about that later. Yes.
And look, let me be very clear. I'm with you on that, and I'm okay with that. If we're like, and I keep saying we, I'm okay with that. For me, I'm even probably going to celebrate that because of the human and all the things that the human did. But I need to, for my belief system, retain the fact that there's a soul underneath that is misguided and wrong, and have some thoughts for that piece of that person. No matter how fucking terrible they are, I still have to, again, like I said, I applied my belief system late to the discussion. I have to have some internal thoughts for the soul. If I say we're all connected, then we're connected to Trump. We're connected to Charlie Kirk. We're connected to Hitler. We're connected to everybody who's ever done evil things. And they're part of the soul, the universal soul. If I believe there's a universal soul, they're part of that. So I can't detach that fully, but I can separate the person doing bad things here and be like, I celebrate that they're no longer able to do that. But I'm not celebrating that they are dead, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I mean, it's a very fine tune.
It's hard for me to understand. I understand, but it's hard for me to understand with someone like Trump. To understand that I feel like he's so evil that I don't know how I can, but I understand what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, to me, I think of it as he's so evil in this world that we're currently a part of. And I think his soul failed its mission, and his soul is probably pretty dark. But I think in my belief system, his soul is going to repeat many times, and it is going to hurt like hell for that soul to finally get through what it needs to get through, right? If that makes sense. It's like I thought about it later. It's like I can't not put it together that these two things are able to be separate. Like they both can exist. I can celebrate that person is no longer able to cause harm, that human is removed from setting up situations that cause harm to me and my friends and family, but that human still had a soul, and that soul is still a part of all of us somehow, some way.
I think it's okay, like what I've done lately. Say I'm glad that energy is dead. Yes. The energy maybe is better. I don't know.
That to me is definitely more acceptable in my head. And maybe I'm splitting hairs, and maybe I'm just rationalizing how I really feel. I don't know that yet. I got to pick it apart more. But right now, it just felt wrong to celebrate the situation.
And I'll put it. I put that. I posted, praise God, divine intervention, rest peacefully with Jesus, thoughts and prayers. I put that on there.
I don't think that's,
and I still don't
inappropriate.
Know that I feel bad. I didn't say that I want anybody to die, but in a way, I guess that could be seen as hateful, but I don't know. Yeah. I put it on there, and screenshots were taken by a family member and allegedly reported me to work, but I didn't put I wished anybody to die, ever. There's only one person. And we can talk about that later.
Yeah, and see, I don't really wish that person dead. I wish that person silenced. However karma takes care of that, I will probably celebrate. But again, it's not celebrating the death of somebody.
Right. The energy gone.
It's celebrating the fact that this person can no longer do the harm that they're doing. Yeah. And that's kind of the same idea when I talk about, we argue about this is not a political belief. This is hateful rhetoric that causes harm to people. And if there are two buckets of something, and the one bucket is I don't like something, but it's not my business, and I'm still going to be kind to that person and not do things that's going to take away their ability to be them. I'm going to take that side, and I am going to believe that that is inherently more correct and more right than the side that says, I'm going to take your rights away and make it harder for you to exist in this system. So that is a flat, yeah, that is a very flat, to me, can't separate. Like, I can't separate that. So it is what it is.
I just remember all the hateful comments and like people are keep putting, oh, your beliefs shouldn't be. Well, yeah, your beliefs should cause reactions to you when they're hateful against a whole bunch of group of people. They should cause hateful reactions to you if that's what you're putting out. And there's not anything wrong with getting back the hate that you put out there. But would I ever say I wish somebody would die? Mostly not. No.
Like a thing that keeps coming up to me also is when people say the intolerant left.
Really?
And this is the tolerance paradox. Remember where in order to grow, people who are calling for tolerance cannot be tolerant of the evils they perceive. Right? So if I am I want intolerance is that I don't like the word, but that's what's used, so we're going to use it. If we want tolerance and we want to be tolerated, meaning all of the people that are not within, so everybody that Charlie Kirk basically talked against. And people can say all the time, oh, he never said any of that. Like, yes, he did. I've heard it. I've listened to full things, and yes, a lot of it is taken out of context. Talk about that too. But there is no doubt that he did not support equal rights and equal justice for people who were not Christian. That's truth. That is visible. You can see it. You can pull it. You can find it. You can even go on the Republican side or the conservative side, I should say, and find them evidence that that's true. Like, that's a thing. So, knowing that, I can't clear my throat. Knowing that it is not possible to be tolerant of that perspective. And then that makes it look like or seem like we are hypocritical. Yeah, I hate that word.
What?
If tolerance requires authority over other people. Exactly. That's exactly true, and I hate it. But it's the common word mostly. But and that's the thing, right? If you have a group that says I am going to allow everybody to be who they are, but I can't sit here and allow a conservative to try to take away my rights. Like, that to me is not the same thing, and that's what they use generally. Not all, but generally, that's what a lot of conservatives use to say that we're hypocrites, right? We're hypocrites because, well, you're not tolerating my beliefs. I'm like, but your beliefs are causing harm. Your beliefs are actually causing people to be harmed and not be able to live. My beliefs are trying to let people live freely. Have your opinions, but you can't legislate them. You can't scream them from the rooftops to get people hurt and rile people up so that they go home and, attack a pagan shopkeeper.
Which happened.
Which happened.
I think it was Friday. It was September 6th in Indiana, I think. We'll get to that in a little bit.
But anyway, that's kind of like my basic thoughts on that whole tolerance thing. I get it. That
I just can't.
People think we're hypocritical because we're not tolerant of people with beliefs that are causing harm. And I'm like, do you not understand that my belief system allows you to believe that, but it doesn't allow you to legislate that or cause harm? So yeah, you can believe that I'm a terrible person, and that's fine. But I'm not comfortable with you going to a college campus and changing other people's minds to also hate me. That's not tolerating tolerance. That's you know what I mean? It's weird. No group that I can think of, and I'm not a historian and I'm not the most intelligent person in the world, but anybody who has ever sided with the minority group that I can recall has always come out on top eventually. It is the masses that are almost always wrong. Even in Christianity, Jesus was not part of the masses, he was part of the minority. And if people sided with him properly, I think that they would have been an amazing religion. It would have been an amazing thing. But they didn't. They pedestaled him. I often think in my brain, like maybe Jesus was the real God and everything, and all the stories just came around him as myths. And he was just a really good person that had a really good thoughts and, really caused people to do good things.
Well, I've been thinking a lot lately. Never in my life, growing up, do I remember a time where any kind of politician or religious group led a discussion or platform as the main thing, focused on people's private parts and all this stuff. They may have had the beliefs, but nobody. So on Inauguration Day, when I knew I went into it, as hateful as I felt, to give this man a chance because I had no choice, that ended the first thing he said. There are two genders. From that moment on, I have not heard or listened to a thing that hateful man has said, and it just reinforces everything I've ever thought. Never in my life, not George Bush, not John McCain, not any of those people have I ever heard do something like that. And that is purposefully hateful and to divide. So I have nothing to say for that man or to listen to.
If he would have said, and not in that point, I still agree with you completely, but if he would have said, I only believe, maybe correctly or incorrectly, that there are two genders. However, this country is open to everybody and will allow as such.
I mean, who says? That's what I want to know. Says who? There's two genders.
Yeah.
You fat pig. Oh, sorry. Shut up. I'm not supposed to say that stuff.
So I am not happy that the situation occurred because all it did was make things harder for everybody, especially progressive and liberal things. It's made it worse for us, but I also think that it may have a more positive long-term effect because I do not think ultimately he's going to be remembered positively as a totality. I do wish it hadn't happened that way though. If it just was the way it happened, the optics and all that, I really do feel bad for his kids and any young person that had to see that. That's just not good, but I don't know. It's the whole thing, just the way it happened was really bad, and it really caused a lot of harm to our communities. When I say our communities, I'm talking about pagan and LGBTQ plus, all of it. It is going to do more damage right now than good, but I think long term, kind of recognizing who the person was. You heard the conversation stopped real quick, didn't it? When it wasn't a progressive liberal person that did it. Mm-hmm. It just went on silent from politicians.
And why wouldn't they think that it would be somebody on their side when they breed this kind of speech, ideology, and hate, or whatever? Maybe people don't call it hate, but whatever.
We don't know. We don't know yet, but there's some evidence that, and I get all of my news sources when I share stuff from Ground or 1440. Ground and 1440 are both organizations that give you the left and right leaning versions. Well, Ground is actually better at it, and centrist, so you can see what both sides are saying and how they make it divisive, which both sides suck at that, and it's terrible because it's the game they play. That he was mad that they weren't exactly that Charlie wasn't conservative enough. And I will give Charlie credit. He was never violently hateful in his stuff. It's what people don't recognize is he massively manipulated things in such a way that it caused other people to kind of carry out that harm. He would have been a cult leader, and he would have been a president one year. He would have been the conservative leader. That was coming. But
not anymore.
no.
Be somebody else.
So going back to, I have difficulty celebrating that somebody is gone or was killed in that manner. Might I say that if somebody were to have a heart attack and pass away, or a stroke and pass away, my condolences. And the world works in mysterious ways. But to have somebody sniped and shot, not okay. Just not okay to me. That's terrifying. Because now other people that are in the other side go out like that. It really does make it. Agreed, Dragon. So anyway, that was kind of like the piece that really stuck out to me. I wanted to share something somebody else said about all of this, and that is, people are taking things out of context. I think context matters to the story. But if that context still supports what they said, it's not out of context. You know what I mean? So like if I say two sentences and those sentences are interpreted as, I wish somebody would have harm come to themselves. And then after that sentence, I say, but I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't believe that. That doesn't make, that's wrong. But somebody clips that first two sentences and it makes it look like I condone it. That's taking it out of context.
Oh, who it happened?
Nothing happened.
Oh.
Did you understand what I said?
Yeah, I get the point. I just wondered if something happened.
So, well, it did. I guess technically it did happen with Trump, and I found myself supporting Trump on a comment.
Oh.
He was on the, whatever it was, USA show or Today show, and it does make it worse. Absolutely makes it worse. And he said, I'm about to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm not quoting, obviously. I cannot remember how exactly, but he said something along the lines of, and I'm embellishing, I'm sure. I'm going to say something that a lot of people are not going to like, but I do not care in the least. And that clip was clipped everywhere. The next statement that he said was what he felt about something. What he was saying is, I don't care in the least about people not liking what I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. Not about the people that what happened. So that to me is just like, that's just dumb. Yeah, don't. You can't do that because that just makes you look worse. And that was clipped everywhere. I'm like, that is what he said, but that is one of the situations where context matters, because he was making a point and people were twisting what he said. And God, I cannot stand it when somebody that I would like to support makes me have to support Donald J. Trump. That's not okay. But from the Kirk side of things, I've watched several of his debates even before this. Like, I've really watched them over time. And he does get some really good conversations going. And there are some where he's like been a little bit calming, but he's devising, and whatever the word is, I have zero doubt that he has caused people to harm others in some way, whether it's words or physically. He has sowed hate. He has created the situation where the shooting happened. Mm-hmm. He has furthered the situation, not created it. He has furthered situations where that's a thing.
That's what's ironic.
Yeah. And yes, he definitely was telling the truth. And hi to Betty, yes, just divisive. And that takes me back to the thing where it's so worrisome that people come to me and when people are saying, like, he was killed for his beliefs.
No.
Yeah, he was. He was killed for his beliefs. But his beliefs targeted other people and hate. His beliefs is if his belief system was, I don't like gay people. And see, this is one of those contexts. Somebody can clip this section and make it sound like I hate gay people. You can come and say, I hate gay people, I hate everybody else, and if you're not a Christian, you should go to hell. But I recognize your right to exist, and I want to debate you on it, and I will support you and love you, and when we're done with this, we'll shake, and I'll go out and have a drink with you. If he would do that, this probably would never have happened. But he doesn't. And that is where I have the problem. You cannot legislate Christianity. You cannot legislate a religion. You cannot legislate your beliefs. and they sell it as values. Your value is that a man and a woman are a marriage and two men cannot get married. That's not a value or a moral. That is a belief. A value is people have the right to autonomy. People have the right to make decisions as long as it doesn't harm other adults or children or anybody else, really. Right? And that's where I think they get screwed up and they start calling me intolerant left. I'm like, I'm only left because I'm progressive or liberal. I'm not Democrat. I don't like either party at all. But that's kind of where I come from. Oh, and the original thing I was going to say, the Mr. Rogers quote. You know, we can take anything that Mr. Rogers said, and you don't need context to know it was positive and kind and grew people. That's how we should be able to take quotes. If your quotes can be taken constantly and the context supports them, you're no good. What are you doing? You messing up my stuff here?
What I do?
Look at all these emotes and shit you brought up.
Oh, because I do.
100%. I don't know how people think he was so good at debate. Well, the one thing I will say that he was good at, is like he didn't raise his voice. We were just talking about you the other day. Unexplained. We missed you. We needed to not been involved, but we were actually talking about you the other day. So welcome. Doing well. We really hope you're doing well. And yeah, I routinely saw 18-year-olds put him in place too. The problem was the 18-year-olds got flustered and frustrated and angry, and he was able to maintain, and it just optically, he was way better.
I would have just kept talking over him. Nobody would have heard nothing.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. They're going to say, well, they win because you no matter what, you would lose the debate with him because he has it set that. Me too. I'd lose it because I'd get mad and
like,
frustrated.
are you going to shut up for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, no, then I'm going to talk when you're talking. Nobody will hear anything.
And there were a couple of debates that he was in where he did concede some points. But ultimately, his demeanor and the things that he said, no matter what, they were not kind and they were not rooted in justice for all. They were rooted in Christianity, and my beliefs are the only right beliefs. Whenever somebody says there are two genders, I immediately know that you don't care about other people. It doesn't. What if there is only two genders? What if there are only two genders and you go to the pearly gates of your God and God says, "Oh, there's only two genders." That's going to be what keeps you out of the pearly gates.
Because I don't think so. I don't know, but
you didn't support. Christian. Well, you didn't support two genders. That's what he's going to hang up on. That you allowed people to be kind of. Look, I only believe that there are two genders based on my knowledge and what I know, which maybe isn't enough. But you have a right to exist and believe and live your life the way you want to live it. Like, why is that so fucking hard? Like, that's all I ask for Trump or anybody's to say, I don't agree with it. But as your president, you have the right to live your life the way you want. And you deserve the same rights as anybody else, period. Like,
well, it's frustrating to me because never in my adult life, not here as a red state, have I ever in conversation with people that live in this state, that I interact with, stranger or familiar, ever talked about trans people or gay people. This is something that is being done by, if you want to call them leaders of certain groups, to get them riled up. And yeah, they may get behind a lot of things that they say, but I've never interacted with somebody, not once here, that said anything bad about gay people or trans independently. I mean, so
yeah,
I don't know who they're leading or riling up, but it's clearly not leadership.
Well, he did it at, again, very good comment, Dragon, at 31. He was going to colleges, college uneducated, which is fine. Not everybody needs to have a college education. That's not my point. My point is he's going to colleges, not having the experience of college, and debating 18 and 20-year-olds. Let's be honest. Colleges are generally progressive and liberal unless they are a Christian college, because the more, and this is statistical, the more you learn and the more you engage in things like college, because what's at college? Diversity. If you're at a regular university or college, you are going to run into everybody who's different than you, and you learn that maybe that's wrong.
What's wrong? The people that are different, or
yeah. So you have that experience of it's wrong to treat people differently because
Oh.
you learn being with people that aren't like your family, your close knit community, right? You learn that. You should learn that in middle school, grade school, if you have good parents or teachers. Like I got lucky with that. My teachers had such an impact on how I grew up socially. But that's what happens in colleges and universities. That's why they're woke, because we learn more and we learn new things and we grow. Whereas I don't think Charlie ever had it in him to grow. And I think a lot of conservatives are in that situations. Not all, not even many, but a lot. They're in a situation where they cannot grow because their religion has given them the answer already. And they have no consideration for maybe that's wrong.
Well, I've been there personally by my choice as a teen, not ever as an adult, but going to church and really into Baptist religion by my choice. When you get in that and you can get kind of wrapped up in it. I was also uneducated at that time. I was like 15, 16, 17 years old. I wouldn't have done that when I was 30, probably, but your belief system and your family and what you're brought into or choose by choice, it definitely can form and shape, but there's got to be a point in your adult life, even without education, that you know what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. And I think that, like, for me, like, yeah, I, that's a whole nother topic. I cannot understand. I am so confused about the pronoun thing. Like, I had to take it off my signature at work. Um, and it made me mad because it's not like, I don't understand the anti woke movement. Like, it baffles me that it's such a big deal. Like, if you want to be, and I'm not being funny here, if you want to be called boxcar, I might pick on you a little bit because it's weird, but I'm gonna call you boxcar because that's what you want to be called. I'm Brian. A lot of people call me Bree, B. Those are all pronouns, proper, but I don't care. Like, I'm gonna call people what they want to be called. I don't call him Bradley unless I'm irritated. Right? He goes by Brad. I call him Brad. Like, why is that so hard? It is. It's just. Oh. Which part, JC? Because I am not incredibly educated in this either. This has just been like learning in the last like 5 to 10 years because I was a person, and I will be honest, that I don't want to say I was against trans people, but I was certainly not supportive.
Yeah.
And it just I'm like, that's just weird. I don't like it, and I just stayed away from it and realized that is almost just as bad as being negative about it, and just had to learn. Like, I don't understand. And I say this now all the time. I don't understand trans at all. I don't know what it means to be trans. I don't feel. I don't understand it. But I absolutely understand somebody wanting to be who they are. And if that's who you are, who the fuck am I to say anything?
Yeah, I don't understand it. And before, I was probably kind of insensitive to it, not purposefully, just I don't understand it. But it's not for me to understand.
Exactly. Same.
It's not. What is, though, is somebody that's not hurting anybody else to be able to practice what they feel or represent how they feel.
There's levels to that, to me, and I know this is in some psych book somewhere. I remember stuff, and I don't remember stuff. I can practice and put things into practice and use them practically. I just can't label them very well. So there's this theory of tolerance where it's or understanding actually more is like, I don't understand it, so I hate it. But I grow. So then I don't understand it because I'm afraid of it. But then I grow. I don't understand it, but it's not my business. And then I grow. I don't understand it, but people have the right to be it. So I'm now neutral. And then I'm like, I don't understand it, but man, people are taking them out and they need support. And then it's, I don't understand it, but it's not my business. And then it's, I don't need to understand. That's the final level, is I don't need to understand this. I don't have to understand it to give somebody space to be who they are. It's not up to me. It's not my part. It's not my. I don't need to understand it. Like that's just weird to me.
And I want to make a statement that's not it's not to generalize, but not only, but I will say most of the LGBT, including trans people that I've met throughout life from youth, teenage years, adulthood, have been some of the most intelligent beings to have discussions with. Not saying that other people aren't, but I'm just saying it's. I don't know where it comes from. It's if it's from having to be or
I think so.
having to be more educated and better because you're constantly fighting up an uphill mountain of your personal life. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're people are so intelligent and worthy of a wonderful conversation if people would just listen. And I've never known, other than the display of how they present, the people that I've met that are trans, they're not like throwing it in your
No.
face. They're living life like how they want to be perceived. And it's,
Well,
I don't see it. They're not going out there with signs and stuff.
the person that we know, specifically, that I think you're kind of mentioning a little bit of. I remember hearing one night them saying, like, I get really nervous closing here because you never know what people are going to come in here and do. That's terrifying. And, to me, that's like this. I think, I don't know. I just, it just blows my mind that it's even a thing. Yeah. I have talked about this a bit before about closet and recloseting and coming out, and people are like, oh, it's 2025. You don't need to come out anymore. It's,
No.
yeah, you do. Every time I talk to somebody, they're like, I don't have it anymore. And I'll be honest, this is the first year that I have not had that little blip in your throat before I said, well, yeah, my husband, this, that, or the other. Before, I mean, I still said it before, but there's still all that twinge right before you do it. It's like, oh, is this going to cause a problem?
Right.
And it hasn't so far. I was on a call yesterday or this past week with our pharmacy, like 10 pharmacy people. And they were all talking about, hey, my wife this and my wife that. I said, well, yeah, me and my husband went out and did blah, 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 blah. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody said a thing. But you still think about that. And I can't imagine being trans because it's so visual. Oh, he just looks like a man. Like, who cares? How is that a problem? I'm getting fired up. How is that a problem?
I think those people are perverts. If you're going to focus on somebody's private parts, you're a pervert.
The new meme going around is if you think being gay is a choice, then you are absolutely at least bisexual because that means you are choosing to be straight. I like that sentiment.
Oh yeah,
It's funny.
that's good.
Yeah, that sucks to Batty. We hugs too
Yeah.
for everybody because it's, and you know what? Part of that is, let's think about it. That's part of the harm that somebody like Charlie Kirk has unfortunately done. Has created this environment where people can become very aggressive towards people that are different and cause them to go back into the closet. I will go as far as to say cause people to have reductions in their ability to feel who they are. And I mean, I would go as close to say that I don't know this, but it would present to me that I could almost bet somebody has watched a debate and seen how people have reacted to him positively and felt that they're not for this world anymore. I don't want to be in this world anymore. Like, crazy. Paranormal! Yay! Yeah. I don't know what it is about the pronouns. I think, like, to me, and we've talked about this before too, is like it's almost like it's the last dying breath of somebody clawing at their core systems before it has to change.
I hope so. I hope that all this craziness just.
On a large scale, I don't think this cycle is going to survive. I think humans will be completely extinct again, and I think we still have one or two more cycles before it's going to work. If that makes any sense. Yeah, we're glad you're here. We miss you too. we've just been talking about current events and kind of news and stuff, and we're going to end off soon with a discussion on death. But yay, Kelvin! Sounds like things are going okay. 4 days post surgery is not always the easiest, but so far sounds good. I really, really hope that somebody watches this and it's a person, and they won't, but it's a person, maybe in my family, that, wrote "Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk," and can see how I still have empathy and sympathy for the person and their soul, but I cannot mourn him for all the damage that he has done. My sister used to be a staunch supporter of me, and I remember, because I was not a weak kid. I wasn't afraid of things. I would stick up for myself, and I came out relatively early, and my sister was a bully to me in the early stages. She used to call me the F word. She was really bad. When I finally just admitted, said, "Yeah, I am. Get over it," and then things changed, and she was very supportive. And I remember we walked in the mall one time, and these people were aghast that I was holding my boyfriend's hand at the time, because I was definitely a shock value kid. I was doing it on purpose. And she would walk up and say, "Yeah, they're gay. Get the fuck over it." You know what I mean? And, I'm 15 and she's 18, and we're at Greenbrier Mall. And she doesn't realize that the people she was saying it to were Charlie Kirk's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what hurts so much. That's what hurts about your mom being so supportive of Trump, because Trump literally is the embodiment of every bully and asshole that I grew up with that made me feel like shit. That's the problem. Yeah. I like I said in my post, and I stick by them, I will not mourn their loss, but I will have empathy and sympathy for their soul needing, there's something wrong for you to get to that point, and it's scary. Look at this one.
Maybe.
So what else do we want to talk about before I want to talk about death, because this fits in it to me.
You may have covered it already, but something that you said, quote, tell me if I'm wrong, but how I heard it was that, when you were last night, that being a pagan makes it difficult to be involved in politics. Is that something close to how you said it?
It sounds right. I think one of the things that I was maybe, and tell me if this is what you're talking about, is I was expressing that me being pagan makes it hard to engage in some political things, because they shouldn't be political.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I'm a human. When this happened, I saw the original video.
I didn't see it.
And I immediately was disgusted. I was angry, and then I was happy. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie about what my feelings were. And I was like, okay, well, he kind of deserved that. But then after a few days and seeing what everybody's posting, then I'm thinking, wait a minute. If I believe and truly believe my belief system, then I can't be happy. Mm-hmm. So I literally said, okay, so I need to dissect, why did I feel that way? And I feel that way because he has cast such a negative net and has affected negatively so many people. So I can separate those two things. But in politics, I would be a terrible politician, because I would try to do the right thing for everybody all the time. And I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody should have to deal with that kind of thing. And I get kids are mean to each other and they're bullies, but they're bullies because their parents raised them that way and treat them that way. Yep. And you know what? It's never going away. But you know what else bothered me? Trump is literally quoted from the White House Twitter account as saying he's going to eradicate Democrats. Come on. Democrats, that the party has to go. They're the party of hate. And I'm not even a Democrat.
Well, good luck, sir.
It just makes no sense. Oh, Sorry. I'm jumping all around today because it's...
Did he graduate high school? Did he go to college?
Trump?
I know he had a fake college, but did he go to college?
I think he did.
He had a fake college.
I think he did.
Failed. Was sued.
He did, and he lost. But...
Maybe it would explain if he didn't go to college, but...
Yeah, Dragon, and I think that's a really poignant point. I agree with that. That's why I'm like I'm not really mourning the loss, and I do think I won't go as far to say as he got what he deserved, but he got what he gave.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave out little bits. So the way I tried to think about it when I was like going back into my brain and saying, why do I feel the way I feel? And I said, okay, let's take the bullet that killed him, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to set this bullet aside and we're going to break it up into 1,000 pieces. And each piece is a hateful idea or thing that he said to somebody that caused that person harm. And these 1,000 little needles, little bitty pieces of this bullet in the world formed the servitor that is the bullet. And that's what happened. So deserve would be harsh to me, which I absolutely am not going to disagree if somebody feels that way. But does that make sense? Like if you take all the little things that he did over his lifetime created the bullet. And he got it all at one time.
Yeah.
So he is a martyr for their cause, though, I will tell you that, and that is unfortunate. Oh, I saw Alchemist. I'm like, we're going to Alchemist?
Oh, I'm always down. Alchemist is my spot.
Yeah, I had no idea if he did.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Alchemist.
Parrot, I'm so glad you're here, Paranormal. That's awesome. If you look back, even when Trump, was,
Finney.
You want to take Ma and I'll take Finney? Oh, he's coming over.
Oh, no, they all come over. Oh
you called him. Nope, Finney did not come over. He stayed here. Here's Ma Petite. I'll trade you.
Oh, then the others judge me. I'm sorry, Tina Draco.
If you look back in DJT's history, right, you'll see the one comment that has always stuck with me: if I ever run for politics, I will run as a Republican. They're the only ones dumb enough to elect me.
Is right.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
But he was a supporter of LGBT, all of that stuff, until he got into this. So he made a deal with the devil somewhere. Whatever you believe the devil is, he made a deal, and he that. Yeah, I don't even know how to speak right now properly, but ooh, Lord of mercy.
Say hi, Mr. Betty.
Hi,
Mr.
The
Betty.
one cousin who comes to the reunion, everybody remembers me. LOL, it feels great. I love it. Yes, that's awesome.
My first name, last name Petite.
You know, if you literally hold her butt in your hand like I'm holding Finn, she will lay down and go to sleep. She'd be looking the other way in that arm. Yeah. Like your hand is perfectly in her butt, and then you can hold your hand up and it's nice. It's easy. A little bit less stressful on your arms.
Go to sleep, Petite.
But yeah, so that's where I stand on it. I did lose friends, family. I didn't lose family. I took my sister off my Facebook because I'm not interested in arguing the point.
I gotta take mine off too.
I've blocked your sister because I feel like she gets unhinged and she has a bit of touch of psychosis. And not judging because that's real, and I do believe that. I believe that there's something wrong. But I can't trust her to not try to make something up and report me. So I had to block. But, you know, taking my sister off Facebook wasn't, like, it's sad because I love her. She's a good person. She's done a lot of really good things, and I'm very proud of a lot of the things she's done recently. But I don't feel like she's necessarily thinking for herself. And if she ever watches this, you know, maybe she'll see how I feel because I'm not talking at the moment. I don't want to cause a problem. She'll always be family, just like your sister. She would not showed up at the door. She could stay here. I'd never say no, but I don't need that energy in my focus or in my spotlight right now. Yeah. If she wants to call me and talk about it, I'll talk about it.
Exactly.
But now we're not doing this on Facebook, so I took family off. Tina, stop eating trash, please. Thank you. But
oh yeah.
And then I have another cousin, kind of the same thing, where he just he took me off his. He unfriended me because he's like, You made a comment on my page that kids should be, have trans surgeries too. I was like, I actually never ever said that. And I went back to the post, and what I said was, if there are enough people in agreement, we shouldn't be able to make that decision for a family. Right? So, and if the family blocks it, then I think they should be able to block it until the person is an adult.
And that's exactly what you've always said. That
yeah.
And probably it's not a good idea for anybody under 18 or 21 to do that. And something permanent.
The only thing I'm okay with, and let me preface this by, I'm okay with it if it was in my sphere. It has zero effect on anybody else and anybody else's beliefs. If you disagree with me, I 100% support you, and you can do what you want. But if it were me, I think I would say the only thing that I would be comfortable with is a puberty blocker to allow more time to make that decision when they're older. It's just my opinion. If I had a child, and I don't know because I don't, but if I did, I feel like I would be like, yeah, if you're trans, you're trans. Absolutely. You live exactly, you tell me who you are, and I'm going to believe you. Because I'm going to raise you to be who you are. Right? And if that means you are terrified of you're a boy and you're like, I do not want to become a boy. I am a female. I'm not going to approve surgery. It's not. But I'm not going to approve surgery. I would approve puberty blockers. Say, look, well, we can delay it. Give you a little more time. And that's as far as I would be able to comfortably go. And that's from a healthcare brain. And I could be wrong. That might be the wrong thing to do. But that's how I feel. Now, if somebody comes up to me and they, psychiatrists and psychologists have met with them and everything's good and they understand it and all the things are there and they come to that decision, I am not here to stop that. I couldn't do it and I don't like it. It's the same thing about abortion. I do not believe... Let me rephrase, because you can't believe in abortion. It's not faith. I don't feel like abortion is a good thing. But I also don't have the ability to abort. Not my call. So I have to support people's right to choice. I can believe that it's not the right choice to make for somebody, for me, but I cannot force you to believe that. That is your decision. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why is that so hard? And I don't think it's wrong. I don't see it and say, abortion is wrong. It's just not up for me to decide for somebody else.
Yeah, it's not your business.
It's not, it's not up to me. If my friend comes to me and says, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm like, look, I really wish you wouldn't. Maybe we can work something out. But if you do, I will support you and I will be there. I would not have said that 10 years ago.
Right.
I would have been like, you're a terrible person, you're murdering somebody. And I learned my beliefs cannot be core to somebody else's body or themselves or who they are. It's just insane.
That's literally the reason that I'm pro-choice, is because I didn't support a friend in my early 20s, like 21 or 22, that asked me just afterwards to come over and sit with her after it was done. She didn't ask me to go with her, and I didn't, and if we have regrets, like, we're not supposed. That is one thing that person informed my now to always support people's right.
Is that person still around? Like, do you ever talk to them? Like,
no,
that's somebody.
She's on my Facebook.
That's somebody I would reach out to at some point and say something if you haven't.
I've been thinking about it. I just
that's hard.
Wonder what I
went with
say other than
hey, look, this has nothing to do with you, but this is something that's been bothering me my whole entire adult life, and I don't need forgiveness. I don't need anything. I just want to say it. Say it. I went with my friend who got an abortion, and it was very traumatizing for her. Very. She wouldn't talk about it. She never did talk about it again afterwards, but I remember being there when she did it, and then I remember picking her up and taking her home, and she curled up and wouldn't talk to anybody for 3 days. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's just crazy. Let me catch up on this stuff. Y'all been talking today. Let's go back up here a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not doing as good a job as I usually do.
And thank you. Yeah, no, I give you the keyboard and you don't do shit.
Well, I'm usually on it. I have been.
I'm just kidding.
Not as much.
Kelvin, thank you for that. Absolutely agree. The change came when he realized the Dems wouldn't fall. Yes, exactly. Protect your energy. Absolutely. I'm going to share, like, our other camera, our second camera's not working. I'm going to see if I can get it fixed in a minute. Because I want to show the two stones I picked today, which is malachite, which is a part of copper, and shungite, which is, for both of these are protection and cleansing. And I need that today. Dragon, absolutely, surgery is not done on children anyway. Like, come on now. As someone who had an obscenely early puberty, yes, puberty blockers would have been great. I didn't have a very early puberty, but I knew I was gay when I was like 8. And that's how I know it's not about sex. And people really equate being gay. A lot of a lot of conservatives really equate it to a sex-based thing, and that's how they see it: is you're gay, you have sex with men. And I'm like, no, I'm gay because in my brain, my long-term plan living in a house was a boy. That's all. My long-term plan at 8 years old wasn't to have sex with men, but I knew that my future involved a partner that was male. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just that's what I saw. So that's how I always know that it wasn't based on sex. If I was asexual and didn't have sex ever again this entire world, I'd still be gay. And I try to explain that to people. They do not understand that. If I lose my bits in a tragic accident, I'm still gay. Like, it makes no sense to me.
One mistake I made talking about that is that I had to learn in my ignorance that trans people are not gay necessarily.
Correct.
Trans people are trans. Now, if the gender they identify likes the same gender, then they could be
also gay.
But that was so weird, and I don't know why I didn't get it. Ignorance that
I didn't
people
either.
Are just, they're just not off the gate gay, and I always group them with gay people because they would.
Well, they're the T in the LGBT.
T, and then they would obviously like the same sex, but they're really not that sex, so they're not gay.
Well, that's why people are really like. That's why I like the term queer. I know a lot of people have negativity around it.
I like that
especially the younger kids. They do not like queer because they see it as being separated, as being weird or funny, and that is true. But we celebrated that. Like, queer to me just embodies everything. It just is what it is.
The Garbage song, "Queer." It's a good one. The queerest of the queer, the strangest of the strange.
Yeah, Dragon. I hear that having a wanted pregnancy and being forced to go. It's insane. You can know and all that's valid, but until you're an adult, it's not dare, and we have to get to that point before anything. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. That's what the puberty blockers is. Once, if you're taking puberty blockers, let's say you're a boy, you take them, they delays puberty at 18, and like, look, I've learned, maybe I'm gay, maybe I am trans, but I don't want to change. You can stop them, and even take some testosterone to kick it off, and you will go through puberty. So that to me is a really good use of it, and I don't know, it's just crazy. And yes, because they base their relationships on access to sex, which is why certain men see their wives as property, and it's unfortunate that some wives feel like that's okay, like Charlie Kirk's wife. I don't know, I don't get it. Tabati Ace has always been like, my white picket fence was adopting a kid someday, loving with my best friend and having pets. See, that's awesome. When we do our commune, Tabati, you're invited, wherever it is. You can help us take care of our pet.
That sounds like a wonderful.
Yeah, it does.
Wonderful existence.
My friend's a lesbian, and I do think she's probably ace also, from way back when. And she was like, look, just give me a little shack on your place and let me tend to the herd. That's all I want. I'm like, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. What does that mean?
Asexual.
Oh, okay. I didn't correlate that with that. Okay.
At least I think that's what it means, unless I'm wrong.
Ace?
Correct me,
AC?
please.
ACE?
I've seen it before.
If nobody wants to answer, I can look it up and just see.
But like, to me, all of these things are really the beauty of being human. We're all experiencing this different thing. I believe in past lives I was straight. I think in past lives I might have been different races. Just different experiences, and my soul thankfully has gotten to a point where we're in a good place to experience life. And my next track is experiencing death, and what at least my thoughts on it.
Thank you, Tabati.
And I don't understand how that causes anybody harm. Like, literally, there are people, and I can guarantee, like, let's say Tabati was at Utah. They were having, Charlie Kirk was there, and they were doing a debate. He's going to tell her that she doesn't exist and that that's not valid. And he's going to debate her on that. Like, that makes zero sense to me. Like, ugh, just... And seeing this is part of my naivety and immaturity is I get very frustrated very fast with this kind of stuff. It's like, just shut up. Just shut up. His net worth was about $12 million.
That the gentleman?
Mm-hmm. And he gained that from doing these speaking events and putting this stuff out there. And, he was an advisor to Trump. Like, he's really close. I don't know. Just, bleh. Exactly. And that's what's hard for people to understand is that it has nothing to do with the meat suit. And that is, again, that's part of my journey lately is recognizing I truly now, like before, like I had fear of death. I'm thinking, I want to be conscious. I'm starting to get to the point where I just believe that we will continue. And I'm comfortable that this body just doesn't matter. And when I die, I die.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not afraid. I don't want to change because I'm enjoying this life so much. So that to me makes me feel like I must have done something right previously. And I feel like previously I have. And I'm getting lots of rewards for it. I am squandering some of them and I have to work on that. But I now feel comfortable with death. Like I'm not afraid anymore of dying other than I just like my biggest fear is I don't want to not experience more. That's it. I want to experience this world more because I think there is a lot of goodness in it. It's just crazy.
I'm really enjoying this incarnation or carnate. How do you say it?
Mm-hmm.
This trip.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying this trip.
I'm
many.
I try and take care of my kids. I try not to let people control my life and practice my religion the best way. Absolutely, that is the only thing anyone can hope. And Betty, obviously, I don't know how to go duck mode full yet. I'm better. I'm better. Water off a duck's back, but I think part of my difficulty comes when I see it affecting other people, and I'm like, do you not see how you're affecting this person negatively? Like, well, why do you care? Why does that matter? Quack, quack, waddle and quack, and go dance in the rain. Yep, let the idiots be idiots. Ain't got time for the BS. That's so true. I love that. So that does lead us into the death discussion. I have a few minutes before we can do our cards. There's no meeting today, by the way, so we don't go till 2.
Oh, okay, cool. Excited to go to do that.
Did you call out already?
Not yet. I'm going to after. In case he called me right back, I didn't want to have to get up and go for the phone. Do it as soon as we're done.
Or you could tell him you can go a little later. I'm just saying, it's an option. So look, I can't get there till whatever. Is that okay? But yeah, they get me too. That's really exactly. It's really rough. Dragon. That's getting close to where we're getting to. So you are so cute, buddy. He's just so loved. So I haven't been able to embrace death yet because I just want to experience so much more of this. I am not experiencing things the way I should. I am squandering some resources. I am taking advantage of things. I am not as good to people as I should be. I can do better. And I want to do better and experience those things, and that's part of my journey. And I feel like this is why I do think I'll live probably into my late 70s. Because, men do stupid things. Late 70s, diabetes will take me out around there. I'm not going to live 100 or 90. I think I got a good 30 years left. 30, maybe even 40. Maybe 40. But probably 30. And I'm comfortable with that because I'm doing things. Somebody put it into perspective with me with my dogs. Like your average lifespan of a dog is 12 years. That's sounds like a long time, but that's 12 summers. Just 12 times I get to say summer's here or winter's here. That's not a lot. We really got to do what we can to try to do things that better ourselves and not get so mired up into everything else so that when death arrives, there's no fear because we've done what we needed to do in this life and we move on to the next one. I do believe in consciousness after death. I do believe that we are aware after death, and I do believe that we don't remember our previous lives right out of the gate. Because in order to get the right experience, we have to come into it naive. And it's just really important part of things to me. And having that control outside of me is really hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really, what the hell was that? Some random.
Oh, it makes me want.
Is that in the music? Or some random
It's
beeping?
like bells.
Yeah. That was weird. Well, we need a little air in our lives, I guess. But yeah, and I am really ready to do a past life regression again, and I want to do a hypnotism, so I got to find a practitioner that does it. Because it's so important. And like, okay, here's a good example, and I'm going to go to what Dragon said because I want to hear about that. I love Reiki. I have done distance Reiki. I did all the, 2 different master courses, classes, and then I also did a one-on-one Dragon Reiki for 8 hours with a really cool guy that I don't even pay attention to anymore, which I need to reach out to him because he's really good. I even forgot his name, but he sat on me on Discord video for an entire day just on level 1.
That was so cool.
What was his name?
Did you meet him through Apocrypha?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. He is so good, so friendly and kind, and just was really good experience. But I like it, and I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoy paganism, and I've learned quantum healing. Those things are so much fun to me. They take a lot of work and a lot of energy, but they're fun. I enjoy it, but I have a hard time doing them from other people because I don't trust myself or have enough faith in myself. And that is a huge problem for me. Like, I would do Reiki right now, but I giggle because it's uncomfortable. Because I feel like I'm an imposter, like I'm not really good enough to do it. Knowing that humans can heal ourselves and we can heal each other. And to me, Reiki and quantum is not me healing you. It's me helping align things for you to heal yourself. I have a hard time doing that. Like, I have a Reiki table, and if somebody says, hey, do Reiki on me, even when they ask me to do tarot, I have this moment of, oh my God, what if I do wrong? Or what if I give you bad advice?
I get that. Maybe we should
really rough.
work on, I feel the same way too, like trying to have an experience with that in the next month, in 30 days. Let's see if we can do it.
Well, if the 2 of us can do it more here, I'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just am weird. It's the same thing with like LARP. I want a live action role play so bad, but I feel silly, so I am afraid to do it.
I would love that.
That's why this masquerade is such a big thing for me.
Oh,
because
cool.
I would never have done this before, ever.
It makes
and I will try to talk you out of it next week because I'll be uncomfortable to go. I almost guarantee it. Like I'm worried about that.
I'm comfortable with that because I feel like you're disguised, and so I can be as crazy and silly as I want, and it's not like me.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that's been really helpful doing this like show is the past years I never ever would have done a podcast or put my face on anything, and Adius has really been instrumental in pulling me out of that fear, which has been really nice. I wasn't nursing really pulled me out of the public speaking thing.
I would never have known that you felt uncomfortable.
Absolutely uncomfortable. And it's because I feel kind of like a fraud. And when I say that, I'm not saying because I'm faking it. I say it because I'm not confident in those things. So needing to do them more. And that is the experiences in life that I can now see and pick apart and identify those things. That's what I've learned in my 40s is that I can identify that that's a problem and figure out why did I do that and allow that space and pick it apart and really go through it so that I can become whatever I need to become for my next life. Because I think in my next life, I'm going to have, this life for me is not about having a big impact. It's about getting it together. So that my next life, I think I will be a president or there's something in my next life that is going to have an impact on a lot of people. This life isn't about that. And I've always wanted to be a big impact. Like I need impact. I need an impact, but like that's not what I'm here for this time. And I know that now. I'm here to set the stage so that I can next time.
Maybe getting comfort and confidence.
And yes, LARPing, tabletop, Oh God, Dungeons and Dragons. I still have a hard time in being in character. It feels so uncomfortable. So, um, that is true, Tabati. I do, yeah. Try not to get cocky. So that little anxiety, it does. That's true. It does force me to feel a little more honest and transparent. I do notice when I do readings for other people, once I get the initial connection, I go full force. You can get a 30-minute reading in 10 minutes because I don't even control it anymore. It just blah, 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 blah. It comes all out there.
I get nervous and uncomfortable because some of the reasons I don't feel like I'm knowledgeable or experienced in tarot. But if somebody asks me, like which they don't a lot, like Sally has, Maria who gave me this has, maybe one or two other people, like I'll do it and I take it seriously and I ground and all that stuff and take my time and they always tell me it's really helpful.
Well, you remember the one I did?
It's really helpful to them and that makes it feel good. But I would never just like offer to do that for somebody.
You know the one that I did for the person at the kava place. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
She was like in tears
Mm-hmm.
afterwards. I'm like, that felt so good because I was able to give her something, but I was terrified to do that. But yeah, I wanna set up my goal in the next within a year is to set up a table and offer tarot readings and do them. And I just it's so hard.
Like they have one of those places?
Yeah.
Or anywhere?
It's so hard. I am so afraid to do it. I can do it really easy on Discord, and I love doing recorded videos. So people will ask for a reading, and I'll do like an hour-long video recording me doing the pool for them if we're a distance. That's easier for me. And if somebody, like he said, just randomly asks you to do it, absolutely, no problem. But I can't set up a table and say, "Hey, let me do tarot for you." They have to come to me. It's just weird. It feels like I'm a peddler.
If they ask me, like I'll be like, somebody's asking me, and it's a friend. It feels really good to do it.
Yeah.
Too.
It feels like they're trusting you with something.
Yeah. It's really nice.
So
I was trying to read on some of the things I missed. Texting my boss. Both doing great on joining your own podcast. Oh, it's so paranormal. She's so nice. We're pulling cards for someone or doing. I'm sorry if I'm reading to baddies that's already been read. Just tell me to be quiet and I'll read it silently. So making sure it won't.
I love that. That's a good point, Tabati.
Oh my gosh, I would love to help you, paranormal, to do that. Like a couple years ago, we had talked about like having you on or even like just voice on here, but I would love for you to do that and would love to support.
So we could offer this just
Anyway.
for the future. If you ever want to just get on a Discord and chat with us so that you can get comfortable with that first, then we could always go to a recorded session and then go to a live session. Anybody's always welcome to come on here. Our problem is we just have a difficulty of the logistics. I think that the iPad thing worked, didn't it? Did you guys
when it was right here with Dragon?
I think that went fine. I listened back to it. You could hear her fine.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we could do that. And your stories and stuff and blogs, not stories, your blogs are very interesting, paranormal, and look, even if you did it for just a few minutes, like let's chat if you want and practice on Discord.
I was gonna say, what about like just having a moment where you just read one of the stories,
like
you wanted to,
like on
anyway
with us or anyway, that'd be cool.
No pressure, just a
you
thought.
You can do it, Paranormal Witch.
Well, I'm in the same boat, Paranormal, because my thing is, maybe I go to Jess and just say, hey, I want to do tarot.
Yes.
Do you mind if I set up a little sign? And basically, I charge donations, and any of the donations I get will go to them as long as it's used for another craft.
I'm 99.9% she would be all love it. Not only would she allow it, I think she would love it.
I think I'm going to do that.
And she might ask, like, hey, can you do it consistently? Or is it, and if not, that's fine. Like, she probably want to just know. Or is it a one time?
I would do it consistently. I'm not good at taking money for that. But I think $1 a minute donation is good.
I want to talk with Betty. With the ADHD, I have a humongous fear and anxiety about speaking in front of people. And they asked me I'm a president of a local chapter of a healthcare association, and they thought it would be good to volunteer me for us to go to a baseball game, and they said, "Oh, President Shucker can throw out the opening pitch." I said right away. I said, "Guys, I never told them that." I said, "I'm sorry, I cannot do that." I explained why with my anxiety, and they're like, "Oh, we would never know that you were anxious about speaking in front of people." But it's to the point where, like, if especially on the, it's bad enough having something planned to be nervous, but if asked on the spur of the moment and randomly, it causes like an anxiety level almost to the shutdown level. I can feel kind of, although a different thing, I can feel kind of what you're saying about ADHD.
Can you just grab that camera and make sure it's the one I'm pulling so it doesn't fall? Just hold on.
Oh, this one?
Is that?
Yeah, that's the one you're pulling for sure.
Sorry, guys. I want to get our little camera working.
Haha, yeah. You're always welcome.
Yeah, and like I think I've told you before, I used to be I failed public speaking in college. I am absolutely terrified of public speaking.
Hey,
like my whole life.
I missed Maeve. Or you just come in?
Maeve. Yeah, I
hey,
missed
Maeve.
that. How's it going, man?
No, all right. I miss talking to Maeve. We should jump on sometime and randomly just chat on Discord.
I've been seeing.
I like to catch up with him.
I've been seeing you pop up a little more lately. That's nice.
He's good folks. Oh, Maeve, I'm doing all right. I'm exhausted because I haven't been sleeping enough. And I thought it'd be great to take on a second job, so I work 7 days a week, and I'm about to modify that. But otherwise, I'm good. How are you doing? I want to catch up. We haven't done a chat in a long time. It wasn't involved in a podcast. I don't know. Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can still hear. Just our Nexigo is broken. So this camera is dead.
Oh.
I think we have a backup one somewhere. I dropped it earlier, so I had a feeling it was gonna crap out. But anyway, I wanted to show you the stones we have.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay.
Oh, it's not.
It's broke.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gone.
I can walk them up there like normal.
If you want, you can.
Like I have to.
We'll get another camera too. Get that set up.
Mr. May.
So, yeah, you know what's funny is, like I said, I was terrified of public speaking in college. I failed. I ended up getting through it by taking a principles of public speaking, where you didn't have to actually public speak, and they learned about it. But nursing school eventually got me to where I wasn't afraid anymore. Because I almost quit nursing school the first time I had to go in and see a patient. I was terrified. And now I can public speak. I can speak out. The only time I get nervous, well, 2 times. One time is, even if I know everybody in the room, if you come to me and say, "Hey, can you introduce yourself to the room and tell us a little bit about yourself?" Heart rate goes through the roof. My throat closes up. My heart pumps out of blood. I get flushed. It's terrifying. Or if I have to stand in front of a large room, I need a podium.
Do you mean 17 hours, Dragon? Either way, that's incredibly long. You like a podium or anything with a podium?
I have to have a podium to stand behind, because I think it's a physical, like, I'm afraid of people staring at me or making fun of me. So I can do a live stream for thousands of people at work. I've trained 300 people at one time, not doctors, physicians, everything, but in person, standing up on a stage, I can't do it. If I'm sitting at a table, 37, or behind a podium, I can do it.
Dang, man.
So
be careful.
Yeah, that can cause some serious sickness.
Like bad stuff. Be careful, man.
I'm still glad you're here, but
even with this, like Zoom meetings and stuff, it's a little bit better, but I don't know what. I don't like it. I have an energy with doing that through my uphill water.
Yeah, that's not good. That's too much to be up.
Yeah, be careful.
This dog is just living her best life.
Oh yeah, blurbs and chat rooms. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay, I can see where it is. Yeah. To Betty and Wonder. For me, I don't know what it is. Man, when you're put on the spot like that, it's kind of like.
I'm good with crowds if they're all seated. I do not do it with crowds if they're moving. I can be in a room with 1,000 people, but I have to be on the edge, on the outside. I cannot be in the. I get freaked out if I'm in the middle. I have to be on the edge of it. But if there's a lot of people standing, I leave. Like when we're at conference, if you notice, if people are still getting set up, I'm sitting. I can't stand and mingle while they're, or if I don't like it. Yeah.
It was something that, I wonder if this is part of it. One of our friends that goes to Cobbler Bars posted something, and I'll have to pull it to get it exactly, but basically it was a meme and it said, "We are not living as we were meant to be, rushed in a hurry, in passing." It said, "We were meant to live life at a slow pace, feeling connected to everything." I'm like, it was articulated. I'm not articulating right. It was more eloquently and properly conveyed. But I was like, that's we weren't meant to be rush. We're meant to be slow and connected.
We have created our own mess. Especially bad in the U.S. Yeah, hold her. Especially bad in the U.S. I got you, Wee Wee.
I don't want her to fall again.
No, she missed a jump yesterday and fell, and that noise is, oh my god, it's the worst sound ever. But yeah, I can talk about topics that I know about, like I have dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that. I'm really good at. I can talk about this kind of stuff, and I can talk about it in a crowd. I don't care. I will talk about paganism. I just can't talk about myself. It's so weird. And I don't like people's attention all on me. Like, unless I'm behind a chair. Because I'll be honest, I mean, transparent, I feel fat, I feel ugly. I'm not saying that to be self-deprecating. I'm just saying that's how I feel. And that I don't want to be in that. So that does hold me back a bit. And part of my learning in this life was is still, to say, like, who cares? It's a meat bag. Like, Dragon said earlier, this is the meat bag. This is not who you are. This is not what matters. And once you really get a hold of that, it gets a lot easier. Yeah, and see, Tabati, I'm the opposite. I feel really uncomfortable at like Ren fairs talking about my stuff I like, but because I'm so conditioned to be the academic brain thing, it's terrible. I hate it. But that's part of my life path, is trying to pull these things together. If you want to shut some windows, you can. Said if you want to shut some windows, you can. Okay. No, just in case you did. I am going to delay the AC. So it's already 80 in here. We're gonna turn the mode to.
Is that copal? It smells really good.
Yeah, it's benzoin. All right, once it stops running, I'll hit the fan. Yeah. So, I know we went off topic. We went around what we were actually talking about, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I enjoyed it. I am going to take it back real quick to death, because that was our main topic today. And I want to say one more thing, and that is really learning. I am really trying to learn that death is a transition, and that it is not to be feared, and that I think it is okay for me to say, I hope that in Charlie's next life, he has learned something from this one, and that he will take that, whoever his soul is, and take that and do something better with it. And we'll see. Maybe he will come back trans. You know?
Or a woman.
Yeah. With that, if you guys have any last comments, please share them. As we start taking names for tarot, if you want a couple cards, you know, Yeah, if you want a couple of cards, let's do them.
Well, they're doing that. Can I show these different cards I'm not using today, but they're just neat?
Yeah, show those and
So these is not what I'm using, but I want to learn how to use them. I got them like a few years ago. So Royal Mischief Transformation playing card. And
sorry, I'll get the camera back up here in a second. It's still running. The mouse doesn't want to work because I don't have the right space here, guys. Sorry. There we go.
and I don't know how to use them. They're not exactly regular playing cards. They have some that look like that. Have it like this. Like this is an example. Reading the gold. You can see them. And you can use them for
Okay, baby.
divination. I'm just not sure how. So they can also be used to
Ooh.
shuffle and make a story.
Why did you not get me a deck?
They're really cool.
How dare you? You know whenever you get a deck, you're supposed to get 2 of them.
Oodles of doodles.
He's
So
not
they can be
listening to
used
me.
for
You're not even listening.
I am. Would you like one?
Yes.
So these kind of cards, and they do have some that are fine breath, like this one. I really saw them and was drawn to them again, and I want to start using them like fine breath. And what I'm trying to show you is there's also like ones that look like regular playing cards, like this one, for example, but it's not. And like this.
Ben, why are you digging in my chair, Bubby? Oh, he just rolled his eyes at me. Those are beautiful. I want a pair.
So pretty. I want you to look at them. They have sayings on them that are used for storytelling and divination, not for regular cards. But look at it. I want you to look at some of these.
Can't get the mouse to work.
So I want to work with them and figure out how to play. Has anybody ever heard of these Royal Mischief Transformation playing cards? They're really freaking cool. If anybody unexplained, I would think might have, possibly.
All right. I want to just make sure we got the list right. Dragon, Maeve, Paranormal, Tabati, and JC. Yeah. So let's see. Royal Mischief. Yeah, they're freaking crazy. I definitely, absolutely. You know I collect cards. Even playing cards. Those are beautiful.
Look at them. Look through just a couple
I will
minutes.
when we're done.
I like this dog one. Take one home. This is for dogs.
Tabati, I needed that little chuckle. She works with a lot of death ditties. And Dragon, again, love to dive further into that at some point about this death topic. Maybe we can have, and Tabati, this goes for you too. You're welcome to come on. Now, I will say this. I think I can only get, no, I should be able to get multiple people on through Discord.
Yeah, when you bring in bring them up.
Yeah.
There.
So if anybody wants to hop on, let us know when you're available. And we can go into death and actually really talk about it the way I wanted to today. We got off center because of everything going on, but we absolutely can do more on that. I would love to have those conversations. And if not, if you don't want to...
I meant to play with these today.
If you don't want to be on, and certainly we can have conversations offline or in chat, but I just would love to get more about that. Exactly. Patrick Valenza, is that who they are by?
Let's see. Yes. Yep. You got it.
Oh,
Yes.
I love them.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Unexplained. That's it. I think they're really cool. Have you ever played around with them? They're the size of normal playing cards, so it's maybe kind of difficult too.
What time is it? It's 11:30.
Shoot! Oh yeah, we're bad. Not
yeah.
Bad,
we need to leave here around 1:30 probably. I'm just trying to decide if anybody wants to carry on this conversation a little bit today. We can probably do that, just not on the show.
The universe has sent me Wingstop messages.
Okay, well then we can stop.
Thank you, Universe.
I do miss them. They're Louisiana voodoo fries.
Thank you, Universe.
Be open if I can get a good day. Have to work around the muggles. I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, always welcome. Just it extends. If you're able to, great. If not, great. We just have to know ahead of time so that I can have my iPad charged. Because the way we do it is we bring, well, you would know. I think you probably saw it. We bring in an iPad and just have the iPad here as a person, pretty much. So.
Shufflemancy. Woo-hoo.
So, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Why do you keep licking me? Because you love me?
She's a lickalotopus. Dr. Lichtenstein, if you will. Hi, Dr. Lichtenstein.
She wants me to hold her. But I can't do that.
I can go put her on the couch if you want.
She'll come right back, like literally. And then if you take the thing away, she'll yap.
Take what away? Oh, the La Petite. You want to sit in my lap? You can do that.
She gets what she wants always.
She can sit in my lap.
She can see I can't cross my legs in a way that keeps her safe. So it makes it hard to shuffle.
I'm going to show them the deck that I'm using. I'll show yours. Today, the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle is what I'll be using.
I still want to learn Lenormand a little bit better.
I do too. Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle.
Stupid.
Do you want me to show your box?
I don't have a box. This is my personal deck. The boxes are put away, so I'm using the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell. Ali Fell is the artist. This is the same one that does the Wizard's Tarot, which is another one of my top favorite modern tarots. So I use the Steampunk deck is the deck I use to read. Like if I'm reading, this is what I'm using. If I'm in person, I will read from other decks, but this one. This is my deck, and it is beat the fuck up. It's been chewed up by the dogs. I think one of them peed on it. So, yeah, there's that. A little bit of smoke. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Before though, let me cleanse this off. Go ahead and we're gonna figure out that death topic and make it more detailed topic on our show, but we also are going to need to do, I think we need to do a deep dive offline Discord.
Are there any death doulas in? I've heard of death doulas.
Yeah.
To learn more about that.
Being in the area I'm in, I almost would like to do that, become certified.
This for Le Dragon?
But so as soon as we're done with tarot, we're going to have a real quick conversation and try to figure out this other piece I want to talk about. All right, Dragon Dancer. Let's.
Oh, Mom, I've got to take up the cards, honey. You will have to get. Figure that out, sweetheart.
A little bit of a connect. She might just have to get on the floor.
Thank you, Paranormal.
Princess might go on the floor. All right, Dragon. Let's see what we get first for you. Oh, Rook's pulled first. I want him to go first. These are so pretty. What deck is that?
This is the.
Why don't I have that deck?
Shadow and Oracle. I think you got it from. Are you sure you don't?
Pretty.
All right. I'll show you. I have Shadows and Light.
I got a work call I have to take.
Mystic had a work call to take. So while he's doing that, before I move on, I'm gonna pull our forgot the name of them. I'm gonna pull our sweet ass affirmation motivational card for this time. All right, Ma, you want to help? Here, give him kisses. Pull our sweet ass affirmation. Okay, I'm gonna have to set you down, baby. Our sweet ass affirmation. Just until Mister comes back. These sweet ass affirmation cards are they're kind of funny. It's supposed to be kind of motivational. All right, so for this week, or for this time, our sweet ass affirmation card is: by kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship with light. By kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship
Okay.
with light.
All right.
Usually they're kind of snide cards. Let's see what this says. By kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship with light. I'll just pause for a minute.
Okay.
When you follow your bliss, that thing that truly electrifies you, 4 things automatically happen. You put yourself in the path of good luck. You meet the people you want to know. Doors open where there weren't doors before, and doors open for you that wouldn't open to anybody else. Joseph Campbell. Electrify yourself and follow those smiles. By kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship with life.
And we're still in Dragon, right?
Yeah. I just
Dragon.
did that so that give him a moment.
I pulled for you the Fool. I know you know what the Fool is, and what's really, really, really cool in this situation is this feels like that new beginning type Fool, not the foolhardy Fool. This is the something new is really like in the works, and you're like, I'm just gonna do it. And maybe kind of getting the feeling that it's getting back into something else, I think, though, as opposed to something brand new, like a new something that you used to do maybe has represented itself, and it's like, okay, do I really want to do this? And it's like, yeah, let's just do it. I always like to say with the Fool and remind people that the Fool is not the Fool the way and I know you know this, but the Fool is not the way we interpret it, right? As an idiot or ignorant. The Fool is maybe doesn't know everything that's around, but is willing to take a chance. So the Fool is courageous. The Fool is willing to step outside of their comfort zone. So I feel like something is representing itself for you to do. And I just think that that's going to be very interesting. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, you should do it. I think that'll be a positive thing for you.
His name was Earth, Moon, and Shadow World.
I'll have to look and see if I actually have that one, because
Maybe I bought it at home, but I thought you wrote it for me. All right. And then we go to... Ooh, let's get some smoke going.
yeah, we're going back to the Dragon. There you go.
Nice. Now we are on Le Monsieur.
Me.
Monsieur. Bonjour.
Comment allez-vous? Nope, let's not put that up there. It's going to fall. Knowing me.
What is that? How are you? Comment allez-vous?
I believe so.
What is Comment tu t'appelles? Is that what's your name? That's what I thought. Je m'appelle Brad.
Je m'appelle Jérôme.
Je suis un homosexuel.
Je suis la jeune fille. I am a little girl.
Je suis un homosexuel.
Do you know how I know is just, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, Je suis la jeune fille? From the old Muzzy commercials. Do you remember Muzzy? I think it was called Muzzy.
Mm-mm.
It was a real big thing for kids to learn other languages. Sorry, I need to focus on Maeve now.
Yeah, we're focused on Maeve. Across and over and beyond the United States. Of just I sound like Sarah Palin now. All right, Maeve. Okay.
King of Wands. Muzzy, yes. All right, King of Wands, Maeve. This is a pretty good one. We've talked about fire a little bit. We've had an eclipse recently, full moon, relative. Well, actually, it's been a little while now, but King of Wands. This is cool. This is a full-on fire-breathing, go forward, and do the thing, full force. This is throw everything that you've got at whatever you're doing or whatever is happening in your life. Wands are generally speaking of our careers and of the things that kind of push towards us that we enjoy doing, that we're passionate about, that like ignites our fire. And the king is like absolutely 100%. We're not stopping, full steam ahead, and it is exactly what you need to do. King of Wands. I like how he's like in this card, and Rook will show it to you in a minute. But in this card, the King of Wands is standing behind his throne, and he has his cane, walking stick. I call it his wand at this point, kind of in the throne. And he's like, "I'm not your typical king. This isn't. I'm not just the average king here. I am full of fire, and I am ready to just pour it out and do everything that needs to be done to get what we need to get." This is the Steampunk Tarot. So he gives this air of like, I'm the king, but I don't need this throne to be in control of this shit. I don't need to sit here. I need to get out and do it. I need to go around and engage and move it. So he's a king of the people, of actually action and making things happen. So every time I have pulled the king, and I remember pulling this for a couple of other people recently, it's an immediate fire, do the thing, go full forward, and make it happen. Yep. And Steampunk, it is my personal deck. I have like 2 large copies and 3 small copies of this deck. It is what I use for all my readings. I don't use it on this much because I like to show the different types of cards that we own, but this is my personal deck. This is phenomenal. I love it.
All right. For my Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, I pulled Mischief and Mayhem. Don't be serious this week. Get out and have fun. Just do it. Passion. Don't plan. Just do something whimsical, different, and fun this week.
I love it.
And fan the flames of fire and fun. Desire. I love that card. Mischief and Mayhem. Get into a little bit of M&M this week.
S and
No S
M M
well, unless
M
that's part of your Mischief and Mayhem.
S and M. I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. I'm hyper.
Yeah, I need to get you some more kratom. We will go to Alchemy after the church. If you want.
Yeah, if you don't get
Alchemist.
fired.
Huh?
If you don't get fired.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Isn't this like only your 3rd weekend?
yeah.
Don't worry, I would have done the same thing.
I mean, yeah. Yep.
All right.
We need
Next
some more
up
smokage.
is Paranormal.
Where can I get more smoke?
I've got it ready. Just give me a second.
Very far forward. Yeah. I like that card.
This is Shire Pine. So this is the
Fire.
stuff that came directly from the Shire, where we're heading today.
Oh,
I'm taking the
wonderful.
motorcycle, even if it's hot.
That's wonderful.
I'm not taking anything else with me.
That's wonderful. Sounds like that does sound like fun. I thought it would be a little bit more cold front than what we're getting.
Yeah.
Not drop any on the floor.
Yeah, our cold front is going on right now,
Like 85 degrees.
and it's going to be 90 today.
Oh.
But it was 71 this morning, so
Oh.
it is already 80, like up in the 80s. We're airing out our house, so we have the AC off and the windows open, so it's a little sweaty.
Paranormous.
And I gotta take my insulin. I forgot. Actually, let me check my blood sugar real quick, y'all.
Okie dokie.
Sometimes when I get really hyper, my blood sugar drops really fast.
Mhm.
Sorry. Back to Paranormal. We have missed you.
I know what that's like to work on a weekend lately, trust me.
You want to bless the cards for
I
Paranormal?
keep having these spread cards coming up.
Finn, bless the cards.
Thank you, Finn. What does PW need to know?
All right, Paranormal. Your first card for me is Justice.
PW of
So
my
we are
home
still
state.
Major Arcana-ing. And Justice, this is a card that Brad talks about a lot. Because of how Justice is compared to things like Judgment. Justice is not about the final judgment. It's about things being set right. And the world being balanced again. And your life coming into balance again. So Justice means that you will receive what is owed to you. Um, but recognize that that also means if it's negative, then it could be negative. So if you have been working really hard and putting things out in a positive manner and trying to do the right thing, even if we make mistakes, then the justice you receive is going to be in line with that. So you're going to get something that you deserve to get. I would venture to say it's going to be something really cool and positive because I think you give out really good energy and you try really hard to do the right thing. So when justice shows up, it really talks about, you know, this thing is going to be made right, and it could be something from a long time ago. Um, Judging by just justice itself, it's also the idea of within your life trying to balance things. So making sure that you're doing okay and you're balancing things in a way that makes sense to you. And if it's not, doesn't mean you need to change everything. It just means let's take a look at it and see maybe I need to move a little bit here, move a little bit here, and rebalance the scales a little bit. So two messages from there. You will get what you deserve for some situation. I think it's definitely positive. That's how I'm feeling. And you might need to rebalance a little bit of things in your life, meaning, you know, maybe if you can change schedule, have a different day off. Maybe, you know, I don't know what it is. It's something needs to be rebalanced.
All right. And I pulled poisons and toxins. So this is reminding us that to be aware of thought, situations, feelings,
A
and
lot of
words,
a lot of fire cards today.
energy that are might be more negative or on the not beneficial or serving way, whether it's your thoughts, words, and actions, situations, or others, be mindful of it and try to put your energy into more beneficial things and better uses of your time. Poisons and toxins. All right.
Poisons and toxins. I like that card.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
These are really nice deck. I like it.
Yeah, I think I do have a copy of that.
Maybe we'll check. Oh, Tibet.
Tibeti. Ooh, nice little cool breeze came in there.
All right.
That's a good breeze.
Yeah, that feels good.
It's hot in here, but we needed to air out this place. I think it was getting stale.
Yeah. Had to cleanse with a little bit of sage before
Yes.
this, and it
Absolutely.
feels so. It is so calming.
It's a baddie. All right, what do we got, my dear? The Hanged Man. I keep putting it up there. They're gonna see it. So the Hanged Man has shown up for you, Tabati, and the Hanged Man is asking you to look at something from a different perspective and allow a new version of something to happen. So this doesn't have to be a big thing or like an earth-shattering change like the Tower or even like Justice. It's, you know, let's take a look at what's going on in your life and in the world around you and your environment and see what needs to take a different perspective. I align the Hanged Man a lot with earth and air. Some people align it more with fire, make it an active thing, but for me, the Hanged Man is more of an earth and an air card, and it's a knowledge-based thing. So something that you've been thinking about a lot lately, and you're either struggling with it, or you're not 100% sure about it, or you're questioning yourself. Try to take it and look at it in a different light. Like, so, for example, if you have something that you're like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, pick a side and argue yourself with it, and then pick the other side, argue yourself with it. Whether it's a decision to go out and do something, to start something, to respond to something, maybe something in your family, it's just requiring a different perspective. And if you can align one and then give that argument to yourself and then align the other, give yourself the argument to that, you might be able to make a better decision on how that's going to affect you in the near future. So that's the Hanged Man.
All right. I pulled something that seems to support that. The Pathfinder, intelligence, keen insight, and premonition, which you see our lovely being has on a mask. I don't know if you can see it a little bit closer.
I don't know why I didn't have it.
And she's wearing just the bear, so stripping away kind of like all the extra to me intuition.
Can y'all hear him, by the way? I think you should maybe show the. Well, keep talking.
Show it and then okay, I'll show it and then go back.
Yeah, they can't hear you.
Okay. Oh, well,
Yeah, I just realized the mic wasn't picking you up when I was looking.
All right, so the Pathfinder, intuition, keen insight, and premonition intelligence could support the hanged man because our lovely lady, she's got on a tank top, she's got a mask on. There's a picture of a crescent moon, and sometimes we have to go through a different lens or thought process and eliminate the crap or fluff when looking at things to be able to see it clearly. So the Pathfinder is telling me to use intelligence, yes, but also premonition and
I love that card.
and openness. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Sorry about that. We're gonna.
Sorry if nobody could hear what I was saying about all the cards.
I think you were talking a little bit more before you so talk here and then we go show them.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get this camera, a new camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're on JC.
JC.
I'm totally down with this JC. She's great.
It's funny that they're both JC.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah. Not just one of the names.
All of our everybody's in a group.
Yep. So BB, JJ, TT.
Except DJ. Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna text him when we're done and ask about this Friday's topic being. Yeah. One thing that I like about that particular hanged man is he's in front of a stained glass window. So to me, it's saying get a perspective outside of the standard. I do forget to mention that sometimes, but stained glass usually represents like organized religion, organized church, dogma, that kind of thing. So whenever I see somebody outside of it, especially in that position, it's like, okay, you need to do something different away from that. So this is more following something outside of what you're used to.
I should probably wear my portable mics. How will work here?
I don't know. I'd have to set them up.
It's probably better. Because normally we wouldn't have that. These are just spread cards I'm taking out because I want to read them.
Yeah.
And how to do their different spreads. Or what they suggest. JC. What's JC got going with her energy?
JC's first card for me is
Way
the
too much of
Ace of
energy.
Pentacles. So we'll show you the cards in a minute for sound purposes until we get a new camera. But the Ace of Pentacles is all about starting a physical project, putting in earth into a physical project. So planting a garden, putting new things in your house, fixing things at the house, things that are physical. And the Ace of Pentacles energy is literally, like I call it, planting a seed. It literally is, you are planting a seed to do something. So whether you're thinking of doing a new thing, processing something differently, I use process way too much. But whatever it is, there is a new seed that needs to be planted. There is a new idea that needs to be started. So whatever it is, you're not going to get an immediate response from it, an immediate, reaping. I can't think of the word I'm trying to find right now. Whatever it is isn't going to happen right away. It's going to take time, but it requires careful, thoughtful seeding and planting. So when you put it down, again, I'm not necessarily talking about actually putting a seed in the ground, although it could mean that if you're doing a garden or something. It's literally like taking the time to plan out, here's the goal that I want. Starting a business, going back to school, those kind of things, like kind of large life events, and then setting it up so that you will, yes, have a good harvest in the long run. But the seed, the ace, is about making sure that we set it up right.
All right. Were you done?
I am done. I am going to go get them in, though.
All right. I pulled Blood Moon, beginnings, endings, and clean slates. All right. So perhaps something is or will be changing for you this week, and it's a positive overall thing. New beginnings, clean slates. It looks like it's a full moon. It is. It's a blood moon, and you have 3 little crows flying by, and they're going to a new place. So embrace any new processes things, changes this week, because it's something that's going to be full. It's going to make you feel full, Full, not FOOL. So be ready.
I like
New
that.
beginnings. Change.
New beginnings.
Witches work only with magic.
Did we miss anybody? Or does anybody else want a read that we did not read? I know, V. We'll cool it off for you, honey. She mad.
I know, pushy.
Well, guys and girls and everybody, binaries and non-binaries. We, as always, appreciate you guys coming in and letting us talk and giving your feedback and thoughts. Remember, when we restarted this back, it really is. It's really more about me learning and Brad, whatever you want to be called. Whenever I need to get your pronouns right, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't care. It's all the same.
Me either.
They're both my names. One given and one chosen.
I really, really enjoy and appreciate the time you guys take to sit with us and have these conversations, because I learn so much and it lets me really take something back, and I hope you get to take something back too. So, love you all. I think we're good.
Thank you for your time. I enjoy learning and the conversation, which has always been something I've looked forward to. And would love to have some of you on, even written anyway. Just whatever you guys. Thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday. Remember, if you're local, the fourth Sunday of every month is Twisted Sunday School at the local Kava bar. And our first inaugural one last month was phenomenal. It was so good. It is open to the public. Everyone's invited.
Great energy.
Great energy. The owners of the place are just amazing people.
Really
I don't want to put the business out because that's that. But if you're local, you have to go and you should come. And we are going to see if they will allow us to live stream it or even record it and do some video.
Are we doing the conversation next Sunday? I don't think there's anything going on, is there?
What do you mean?
Are we doing this next Sunday?
I think so.
Podcast?
I think so.
And we will do a better job, meaning me, because I should be doing it, of sending out notifications if we're not going to do it, and a video to be aware of. Because I thought it was a pretty good.
Oh, we're still going to keep it.
Yeah, we should put it out. Love you.
Y'all have a good rest of your day. See you next week.